I should be able to just pull this thing off. And that's it. So now that's man good. I put some new plugs in it. New piece of hose there. Small grain fuel line. Alright, check this out. So this is a different kind of rewind starter. Instead of it being, you know, this way, it's this way. Alright. Gotta check this lower unit on this. I mean, the lower unit's good. It needs a water pump probably. But he said it wasn't peeing. So hopefully we don't have a blockage. I'm over here at Four Corners on F-Dock, and man, check it out. We got a floater. I mean, it's not good. Well, today's project is going to be this Yamaha 4-stroke. It's a 115 horsepower variety, and went out to the marina. Checked it out. You know, sound like a fuel restriction, right? But I don't know, unplugged the fuel line. It's pumping plenty of fuel into it. Sometimes it runs really good, and then it's an intermittent deal. Who knows, you know. I'm hoping it's got a plug up where I can hook up my computer to it, and I don't know, we'll just take a gander, look around, and see what we can find. I guess, you know, you never know with these things. Maybe it's something simple, maybe it's something more complex. I don't know what year. And get the hood off. And then, you know, this is a warning. Here we go. Right there. 68VL300333. It's an F-115 TLRY. That's what we really need to know. F-15 TLRY. So, I'm going to go get that pulled up. Just so I can see what I'm looking for. Got my meds bag out. We check the weather, make sure, you know, it's not going to rain or anything, because I got to get a laptop out. Anyway, got some work to do, try to figure it out, diagnose it. I think it's probably got good compression. I did hear it run, and, you know, is it electrical or is it fuel related? It's these 4-strokes that idle air control valve, they're all like, well, maybe we can clean the throttle body or something, maybe it come back to life. I don't know. I have no clue if it's gonna rain or not. All right, let's see what we get into. I'll tell you one thing, it's got a lot of crap on it. We're being out the lake. Get my ladder out. Get some of this stuff out of my way. Because, you know, again, I'm not prepared. Tried to get video of this at the lake, but my camera died. I think I might have got a little bit of this. A gar was next to his slip. There was a dead gar. It was right next to his slip. Anyway, at least Yamahas aren't as heavy as a Mercury. There it is. Alright, let's see. We'll get off this frickin' ladder. It's not heavy. Well, I don't know. We can check the oil, do the basics. Alright, I found I think this is the Yamaha meds cable. And I'm guessing you have to go into this other one. I think it's a G3 cable. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I'll give them a call. One thing, I want to get a better laptop for this stuff because the laptop I got, it ain't great. Alright, sweet. Alright. This guy's got diagnostic ports in the front. So this thing, I don't know what it's to. Don't have a clue. But I think we gotta have our mids G3 with this. So I think I have to have this cable hooked up. So I gotta have these both. And then that hooks into my laptop. And get some power here and see what we can figure out. Alright, I got it hooked up. And I ran this guy. I'll get you in here, I don't know. Number 13 passed. Everything's passed. Engine stop lanyard is off. Stop lanyard off. I mean, it's showing that it passed. So then let's look at some history. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. See if we see any. I found a fuse that seemed like it was loose. That's probably all it was, but so it doesn't track runtime errors. Let's see if there's any. Doesn't support diagnostic records. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. It's an older engine. Okay, so all right. I guess maybe we can just start it up, see how it does. I mean, I've got it in my tub, everything's good to go. And I'm gonna like pump the bulb and see. You know, we did this earlier, I mean yesterday, but who knows? Yeah, it's tight. I really think that fuse, I bet you that's all it was. Well, just about bet you. Yeah. I'm sure that's what it was. Just let it sit there and warm up. Ignition angle, throttle angle, intake pressure. So we got this like red intake pressure. atmospheric pressure. Looks like we got plenty of volts. So it's charged. I knew it was charging yesterday. And I got this thing just so it'll warm up. Throttle angle. I think we can see, was it right ignition angle, throttle angle. I guess we could look at the ISC valve. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Do like the water temperature. Let's just to see what our water temperature is. I mean, we're right in fuel ignition time, and our valve is good. Let's see, we don't care about that. We got intake temperature. Let's do that. I mean, that's fine. I think it's all it was, folks. I think he thinks I'm gonna just say, hey, let me change the oil and the filter. You know, some of that stuff, like especially like lower unit oil, change that. I think that's what I'm gonna tell him. I got no faults. This was a symptom, and he said like it would run and then it wouldn't. I think that fuse just wasn't making a good contact. So like under the cover over here, you know, it's listed right here, yellow 20 amp engine control unit, ignition coil. So the second one is the electric fuel pump, the fuel injector, and the ISC valve. So that's definitely what it was. You know, he said it seemed like it was, you know, we could change out the fuse, you know, clean it off maybe. I'm going to do that anyway. And then, you know, he's good to go. I don't think there's a problem here, you know. Don't fix what ain't broke, is what I'm saying. Just don't do it. So I'm gonna hit him back up and tell him to change that lower unit oil. I can do that here since I got it here. And maybe if he had changed the spark plugs, I think he said that he's had these spark plugs, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, this is a very uneventful one. But without the computer, probably you wouldn't know. You wouldn't have any idea if I wouldn't have discovered that fuse. So it's always good, I guess, to check your fuses. There's a good lesson. There's always a good lesson. And luckily, I got this one, and it's no parts required. And he should be good to go. Hopefully, he doesn't take it out and then it falls on his face. But I don't think so. I mean, I think that's definitely what it was. Anyway, thanks for watching, subscribing, liking the videos, and all that stuff. And I got this Force motor. Yeah, it's a Force by Mercury. I'll look at it, see if it's got spark, compression. Do a compression test, you know. Filling up the tub right now. Got the key on. I don't know. Don't know nothing about it. Don't know if it runs. Doesn't run. Pretty sure it doesn't run. Yeah. Spark compression, and then we'll see if we got any fuel. It's got some old gray line. I'll probably put my gas tank. See if it'll. I don't know. We'll see. One good look at it. It's like Some guys don't like working on them. Some guys don't mind them. Can't tell you if it's hard to find parts or not. Of course, part of the number is gone. That's nice. So, right off the bat, who knows? Who knows what it is? So, we're gonna get however far. If I can fix it, I can fix it. If I can't, I can't. But, who knows? It could be something easy. It might be hard. I really don't know. I'll find out though. Alright, right away, you know it's gonna be crazy when you see auto light plugs. Just auto light and engines don't go good. But this is basically a Mercury. You know, they put these in like sport jets and all kinds of stuff. I mean, of course, this is just a, what, a 70? So, you know, like an inline 4 would be more horsepower, and I don't know, you know. It's pretty typical, water jacket side, head jack, you know. There's your head jack and all that. Looks like you got a couple of things, like you got a CDI rectifier, and they've got a power pack, and you got 3 coils. So, of course, I don't know if any of this works. Looks very, very dirty. I mean, extremely dirty. Most likely, this old gray line is kinked. It needs to be replaced. Needs a good cleaning. Probably more than anything, man. Just to make sure the key's off, and I'm gonna maybe even disconnect the battery and just clean it. But first, I want to find out if it's got spark, if it's got compression, and then I can go from there. So I don't know if I can get a compression gauge in down here or not. This one's going to be difficult at best to get to. So I do have an old Mercury gauge. It's like real small. It might fit in there. May have to take this off. I think I've done that before on certain ones. And these will be easy to do. So I guess and then I'll hook up my spark, you know, tester, and maybe, I don't know, you know, I'm gonna look at their solenoid, how that's set up, because I don't remember. I want to say it's different. Like, there's those two guys, but then where does this go to? Or, yeah, I don't know. So hopefully I don't have to go back and forth. But we'll see. I'm gonna cut this off though. We'll shut her down. So I don't have an assistant that can help me, you know, turn the key. So I gotta figure out how to get my remote start hooked up, and that way, you know, I can try to start it by myself. At least, especially for like compression and that. So anyway, I think Derek calls them a Lone Wolf 4000 or something thousand. But I don't know if this is through one of those other relays they got up there. It's like a BUH plug. And this one down here is going to be hard to get to. Yep. So I'll have to get my other wrench for this. So but I can use this and get around it. So I get it loose, and then I can get this spark plug out. You know, I don't know. I have to trace this down and find. Oh, okay, yeah. I think if I remember right, there's a little. This is where it is. Look on a force. Yeah, see, like this is electrical. So you gotta like undo this, and then it gives you room to then, you know, access. This is where the starter relay is. So I try to get that off, and that's, I mean, it's just really dirty. We'll find out this thing will run or not. Might run, who knows? Alright, I got my remote start hooked up. This is that little thing that covers the solenoid. I've got a compression tester in the #1. Got the key on, and then I got a spark checker over here on the side. So we want to check for spark, and then we want to check for compression, and I don't know, we'll go from there. I guess the first thing I can do is spark and compression test. Here we go. Alright, we got spark on all three, it look like. Not sure why it's anyway, we got spark. So now, do we have compression? Well, yes. This one's at 120 pounds. So I got a marker. I'm gonna mark that guy. 120. And now I can go turn off the ignition system and make sure. So yeah, like I got the ignition off now, where I can just do a compression test. We got compression, it's all about the fuel. And that bottom, that's one thing, like that bottom one, it's going to be really hard to get to. If I know this has got good compression, it's like it wants to start, you know. So that's 110, 120. All right, that one's 122. I think we probably have a really good healthy engine. I'm just gonna figure out that bottom sole. So I'm thinking he's got dirty carbs, and I saw that gray line, and he's not getting, you know, he's just probably not getting fuel. I'll put this one in here and see if I can get it, but we probably can't. I may not even try. I'm gonna go get my other one, see if I can fit it in there, and get out my old one from, had this one for a while, and it works great. It's real small. It's like Quicksilver 91-29287. It doesn't work for everything, but this it probably might. Thing's weird in it. Should be enough. And this tester is showing even more. So I'm thinking they're probably pretty. That one's showing like almost 130. So I guess we can call it that. Alright. So now the thing to do is to figure out what kind of plugs this thing is supposed to have. And I'm guessing that it's BUHWs. You know, I might even have some W2s. So, not like W2 send somebody some money, you know, like the IRS W2, it's a W2. Spark plug, BUHW2s. No, those are like the best. So this is looks like a surface mount plug. It's probably right. I wouldn't use those auto lights. It's just me. I think the problem is we got to figure out if he's even getting fuel. I don't trust his fuel tank, so maybe I'll disconnect that. I might even just go straight to the fuel pump so we can just eliminate it altogether. And I don't know, I might get a little shower. We'll see.